Hey everybody, I'm surrounded by a fig tree. Welcome to this episode of Sustainable Stace. We're going to propagate a fig tree. Here we go.
I'm Stacy Taves. For me, healthy food and sustainability are totally connected. You can grow it yourself. Nature is generous.
Okay guys, so I'm surrounded by a crazy, probably hasn't been pruned in 10 years fig tree. It's on my neighbor's property. Shh. Don't tell her I'm here. Actually, she knows. She gave me permission to hack away at it. So I've got this awesome little fruit tree saw, and I'm gonna cut off some really gigantic branches, and the intention is to propagate the branches of a fig tree, which doesn't work with a lot of other fruit trees, and get them in a hole growing as if they're trees, just boom right away. We're hoping they're gonna get established and root up right where we put them. So I'm just gonna take off a few pieces and we're gonna look at what we got, okay? Oh, this one looks nice. I want you to see what we're dealing with here. This thing's taller than I am. That's the size of the base there. And you can see it full on looks like a fig tree. So there's one. I'm looking for branches that go quite straight up that offer a hopeful alternative. Okay guys, so there's the butt of the tree. Note that it's spring and this tree is just thinking about budding, okay? You can see the buds there, they're just thinking about budding. Okay, we're gonna go try to get these into some beautiful soil where they can root up, okay? Here we go. Okay guys, let's try to walk you through getting this beautiful piece of a fig tree cutting that came off my neighbor's tree and get it in a hole. So just a few thoughts about the hole, right? This is actually an area where clay was taken from excavating a swimming pond that's right behind the camera. So I'm looking right at water, and it's a clay container that this pond is made up of. So all that clay got put here. So I have to dig a really big hole, and it's deep enough so that it would be like up to my knee, creating enough space where the roots can really get established. And into that hole, I'm just showing you what I'm doing here so you understand, is I've got some really good soil that I've made, and also some chicken manure from my coop. So we're talking about really nice stuff here, okay? That's what's been going in this hole, and I've got it right full. Maybe one more scoop, and she's all done. Then, added into this, which I've already done once, and I'm doing it a second time to just see it happening, is something called bone meal, okay? So it's bones, usually fish bones that go into fish bone meal. Really good for the plant to root, and it's going to help stimulate rooting, okay? So that gets dug in there. You don't want to have it straight up. Now this is very soft and it's very deep, okay? Then, with my shovel aside, I've got something that's called stim root, and stim root is for stimulating root, and it's actually a rooting hormone. So check this out. I'm taking the butt of the fig tree propagation, I'm putting it right into the powder. So it looks like I've kind of breaded it or floured it, and now that stim root rooting hormone is on the bottom. Another way to encourage this very vigorous spring branch to get going. So you can see I'm going to try to go in about that deep, like the length of my hand twice. So that'll probably be about 16 inches, probably in the 40 centimeter range. And I'm going to push that as far in as I can, right in the center of my hole, okay? So right in, right in, right in, there. Now I'm going to pack her down. My sun's coming from that direction, so I'm purposely setting this thing up to think about where it's going to get its sun from. So it's kind of like, you know, it's a solar panel. We want to catch as much sun as we can. So now I've tamped it down. There's compost, there's good soil, there's bone meal, there's rooting hormone. That's all established in there. And this is an area where I'm putting in what I'm calling a food forest. So it's all coffee sacked and tree chipped with really good coverage for moisture control, and there will be a dripper in here around summer. I've taken 2 poles, one on either side, so that when the wind goes either way, this is going to be staked. So I'll just finish up showing you what I'm doing with that, okay? There's a really cool product called a Master Mark locking tree tie. Do you see this stuff? Every piece is designed to fit inside itself. You could probably have a kid's play toy out of this, okay? So it just locks like that. So when you're gonna tie a tree up to a stake like this, you wanna have enough to go around like this and hold it in one direction and then hold it in the opposite direction. So no matter where the wind goes, the tree's not gonna be able to bend too much. And you wanna do that for its first few years. In this case, it has no roots, right? This is just a stick in the ground. So we wanna see it root up, and then we're hopeful that it's gonna find its way forward with its own roots. So then, just to get this thing going, I take a screw and my drill. This is very hard wood. It's not like the post on the other side. There. So now that lock can't leave, and then we'll just trim that off with our pruning shears, and that side is done. And you can always tighten it up another notch if you want to, right? Just like that. So we'll go to the other side, we'll do the exact same thing, and we'll have our tree ready for some water and ready to start growing. So again, we'll go around here, lock it on, find a spot. Now I'm creating tension, right? Where it can go a little bit either way, but the goal is it can't get too far out of control with a wind blowing it hard. Good. Now that's off. Boop. Look at that. Look at what we've done, guys. Now just so you have a sense, and I'm just going to turn the camera looking up a little bit at what I'm going to do to prune the tree at the top. I'm already thinking of it as a tree. That's hopeful, helpful, healthy. It's a stick I cut off a neighbor's tree, and I'm calling it a tree already. So we'll just look at it for a second up a little higher, move the camera, and we'll be right back. Okay, so here we are back again. This beautiful little branch, which is going to become a tree, is stuck in the ground in beautiful soil, bone meal and such. Now figs always produce their fruit on the wood they grew last year. I'm not trying to get it to grow fruit this year, I'm trying to get it to grow roots. So any wood that grew last year that I can remove from it is going to be a message to say you can't grow fruit there now. If you can't grow fruit there now, put your energy down below into the roots. So here's something that grew wood last year. So I'm just thinking of which way it's going to grow in the future. I'm going to take that off, and then in the future that'll go that way. This one's really small, so I'm going to go that way. All these guys we're going to just trim off a little bit. And in so doing, we're going to encourage it to do other things than growing fruit. We are not looking for fruit. We're looking for a tree. Actually, I'm going to take this down a little lower. I'm going to go like this. There. That looks a little more balanced. In fact, I'm going to take him to there. So there, now it's shortened up a little bit. And we've got a future fig tree up and running. Go, 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 go. That's a wrap, guys. Taking a cutting from a neighbor's fig tree with permission and determining a nice sunny spot for it, digging a nice big hole, getting in great soil, some manure that's rotted down, so there's lots of nutrition in the soil, some rooting hormone, some bone meal, all of it to stimulate root growth, cutting off last year's growth so that the tree is going to be encouraged to put its energy to the roots, and staking it really well on either side so it can't go anywhere in a strong wind. Bless you, little fig tree. Be fruitful and multiply. That's what we're looking for. That's a wrap. And hey guys, if you've been watching how to propagate a fruit tree on YouTube, I just want to encourage you right down here in your bottom right, kind of down near the wheelbarrow prop, to subscribe. And then you'll get an email each time we get a new resource. You'll know there's another one for you to learn from. Here's to being hopeful, helpful, and healthy. Thanks for watching.